Right into the stretch. Up the middle. Rose is on his way around. Picked up by Otis.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now? I say, here comes the boom, ready or not. Here comes the boys from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready or not. How you like me now?
You don't live in Cleveland, you live in Cincinnati.
You are watching live to the best damn Cincinnati sports podcast this side of Kings Island. My name's Santori Miles. We got Greg Luther. We got Cincy James. Bengal Dad is watching America's Got Talent or something. And the Bengals have a new safety. How we doing? How we doing?
Dude, hey, keep moving the chains. That's all I'm going to say. We're moving the chains.
That's right. That's right. I'm going to say a big hooday because we're addressing needs in free agency.
Dude,
Big needs.
Absolutely. So, Santori, I want to ask you something. Sands, Goodberry, all these guys, Blake Jewell, all these people I see that said originally when they saw Nick Scott on PFF, they were horrified because of his score. But they said when you really dig into it, he could be a very valuable starter. Do you care to
I wish Bengal Dad was on here right now because that was the first thing I said to him is, like anybody, if you're not familiar with a player, the first thing I do is go Pro Football Focus, and I look at the grade, and then you're kind of like, ooh, there's a lot of 40s and 50s in there. Not looking good, Nick. But we've said many times on this show that the grades aren't always incredibly trustworthy, and I don't know how many times. Ooh, excuse me, I'm squeaking. I don't know how many times I've said personally, tape is king. Eye in the sky does not lie. You put the film on for this guy, man, he lowers the boomsticks.
Yeah.
He doesn't get many interceptions, but he does kind of find the ball. He's what I would refer to as a disruptor on defense. He causes things to bog down. He tends to kind of be in the right place at the right time. Safeties, I would much rather have a intelligent safety than an athletic safety. And much like Fiji said, dude, if Lou's handpicking this guy, I trust Lou. The even before we figured out who Lou Dini was, the mad scientist, if you
Right.
he had a track record of getting the most that he could out of DBs. He's had Eli Apple performing at a top level at multiple different stops. So if Lou wants him, great. And if you're not a pro football focused person, put the tape on. Because this kid, as Taylor said in the comments there, he is a certified thumper. Dude will come downhill and lay the wood.
Now, could he be – now, let me ask you something about – I'm going to go back to what Von Bell was. Von Bell with thump. But wasn't Von Bell also good in coverage too?
Von Bell was surprisingly better in coverage than he should have been because he was horrible in coverage in New Orleans. And I think he would tell you that too. But he still wasn't great in coverage.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
This guy, he's really not going to be replacing Bell. I think he's going to be replacing Bates. If you watch the film and, Sands and Sheeran and Goodberry, everybody will tell you this is too. He's the guy that they drop back when they want to do their single high looks. Well, when they rotate a guy down and drop a guy back, he's the guy going back. So he's got experience playing center field. That's going to allow Dax to come up and play in the box and really kind of support the run. But I think this guy can support the run too. He grades well there. I think this kind of falls under that versatility pickup that Lou really, really, really likes. You should be excited for this pickup. I know Pro Football Focus isn't kind, but for the hybrid amoeba defense that the Bengals have, this guy's a fit.
So, yes, because we knew nothing about him. We were talking in group chat. We knew nothing about him. I mean, you said yourself, but actually just what you just said, if you would have known more about him, would he have been really high on your list in the start of free agency as a replacement?
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
like I said, I think 2 or 3 nights on the show, if it's an NFC guy, I'm kind of out. I don't really watch the NFC too much.
Right.
Exactly. So now let me ask you something. So we have a guy. It looks like we have 2 starting safeties in Hill and Scott. Let me ask you this: Do you think they're done? Do you think they should add another safety, or do you think it's really necessary?
I think it's 100% necessary. And that's not an indictment on who's currently on the roster. That is more or less telling how the NFL goes. More and more, we are seeing what I like to refer to as a five-man box.
Right.
Whether that's 3 linemen and 2 linebackers, or 4 linemen and 1 linebacker, 6 DBs is becoming incredibly commonplace. And a lot of times they would rather run 3 safeties out there and put 1 in the box as opposed to a 4th corner. You don't see dime defense too often, variations of nickel or quarter defense, sometimes even depending on really what you want to do. That third safety means a lot in terms of flexibility, especially when more and more of the league is going 5 wide and you've got to cover every ounce of it.
Now, yeah, the Tyson Anderson, I mean, like I say, I know we talked to him, he's a 5th-round pick, but do you still think he deserves a shot eventually to get on the roster?
100%. Anybody that's made the league deserves a shot.
Right.
And I think there's a misconception about my feelings on Tyson Anderson.
No, yeah.
Because I got a lot of shit for not believing in Tyson.
No.
Here's the deal. He's a 5th-round pick.
Tyson hater.
He's a 5th-round pick who's never had a career snap on defense, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not willing to roll that kind of a gamble yet. Do I think he deserves some time if he earns it? Sure. Should he be here? Yeah, he had a decent college career and he tested through the roof. He's a great athlete. Do I think he could be good? Sure. Any of them can be. But if I have to pick somebody right now and the season starts tomorrow, I'm going to pick any NFL veteran over someone who hasn't taken a snap. Sorry. It's just that's more of an experience thing than it is a skill thing.
No, and if you can add on, and adding on a safety would give Tyson Anderson some time, because like you said, he was hurt last year. You don't have to throw him in the pack of wolves or anything if you had to.
100%.
Right.
James, you want to add on anything? I'm sorry if I kind of, kept you from.
I'm doing a little artwork right now.
James is still coming down from the high of the UK one.
Hey guys, can we bring up one little subject here? So when I was watching Malik Wright's show, something popped up about Gesicki's contract, that he was only going to get $4 million. You know what my response to that is? Ah! We could have gotten him for $4 million, and we didn't.
There's about 7 tight ends better in the draft that you're going to get for $800,000.
Yeah, no. So brings me to my next question, Foster Moreau. So I'll let you. You know who gave a great grade on Foster Moreau? Who do you think was the first person I called about Foster Moreau?
Kieran.
Yeah. He claims that the way Kieran. I tell you what, the way Kieran sells him, he could be a top 5. He could be a top 10 in the league. Now,
where do we think Kieran's mental state is currently?
Yeah, but no. But Kieran though,
9:52 St. Patrick's Day.
It's a little hyped up with Tigers. So Santori. I watched some of Foster Moreau's tape when he was with the Raiders. He's not afraid to fight for every single yard. Obviously, he was a backup, but he got to play a lot this year because of Waller being hurt. Do you know anything about Foster Moreau?
Well, here's the one thing that I noticed, and I've kind of started looking at it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He had 420 yards as a backup tight end.
Well, no, I was
pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Well, no, but no. Hold on for a sec. I was told by Strawberry today that he started most of the season because of that, because of Waller being hurt.
I don't know how much time Darren Waller missed, but even if you're the backup tight end, and when I say that as the number 2 option at tight end on the depth chart,
yeah,
you're not getting all the reps in practice. You're not getting necessarily all the looks. Darren Waller is going to have things specifically designed for him on game day. Foster Moreau's not. So still to have 420 yards, which, by the way, is coming right up on Hayden Hurst territory when you weren't playing A, pretty damn good.
Let me chime in real quick. So 2022, Darren Waller played 9 games.
Okay.
So he did have some run.
So half the season he started.
Yeah. Essentially close.
Okay, here.
Because Darren Waller had 9 games, 6 games started, 43 targets, 28 receptions, 388 yards. That was Darren Waller.
Okay, so Yeah, like I said, if you guys look at his tape now, when you look at somebody's highlights, it's easy to say they're good because they're always going to show the good plays. But I mean, guy looks the part. He's all around. He can block it. Yo, Walter missed what?
Oh, he missed time. Yeah.
Oh, Walter missed a lot of time.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's talking about what we were talking
I'm
about.
like, who's Walter and all that and stuff. I thought that was your dog, Santori. But anyway, man, yeah. Like I say, I mean, first thing that catches my attention, Joe Burrow's teammate at LSU. I mean, to be quite honest with you guys, I mean, I saw that he visited. I guess that means he left. I just can't believe Joe Burrow did like talk to him and say, just come here and stay, especially with what Gesicki got. I mean, come on, man.
I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe because of the Lucky Charms?
I don't know, man.
Maybe.
He's always got something to say. I don't know what he's talking about today. Fucking love him, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Is that Walter in the background? Is that Walter or?
That's Bailey. She's got abandonment issues, and I went one room over.
But I mean, being Joe Burrow's teammate certainly doesn't hurt, obviously, right?
And the door's open. She can just walk in here.
Yeah, no. Like,
Sorry.
I agree with you, buddy. That there is something to be said about some rekindling of chemistry, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, him. I think that's why there's been some Bengals fans that have been talking about, hey, we need to get CEH in here.
Yeah.
LSU guy.
Dr. Lucky Charm.
Now, I'll tell you guys one Tiger I'm not interested in. I know, Kieran, man, I'm sorry, but I hate to do this to you, but no Leonard Fournette. I'm sorry. No.
Too old.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've been close 6 years ago.
I mean, can I tell you guys something? I didn't even want him coming out of the draft coming that long ago. I mean, and remember, I think the Bengals were considering him. Well, we took John Ross instead, but
Cool.
Better. But I did not want him coming. Did you guys were you high on him coming into the draft that year?
Fournette?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you were? Okay. Well, never mind.
I mean, he went like what, pick 4?
Yeah, I think it was 4. Wait, who got picked first, McCaffrey or Fournette?
Fournette, I think.
No, I think it was McCaffrey. No, it was Fournette. It was Fournette.
He was one of the most impressive players I'd ever scouted for college football. There aren't many times that I deviate from my screw the running back position mystique that everybody gives me. That was one that I was very, very high on. And I was like, if he could drop 15 spots, I'd be very for it.
Well, no, the other guy I wanted was Corey Davis. I know the Titans, but he didn't know. But I don't think he did any better. Well, he did a little bit better than what's his name.
I loved Corey Davis.
I was a huge Corey Davis fan. I remember that. But yeah, no, like I say, I mean, this tight end, I mean, I just think he's he just fits the mold. I don't know what he'd be. I mean, if Gesicki signed for 4 years, $4.5 million, what the hell is Foster Moreau going to be worth?
3.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say, guys, that's in our price range, right?
Anything's in their price range. They got $30 million worth of cap space left once they make these next 2 moves.
Okay, guys, so this was going in my head all day. It's been going back. Miles, are you eating cereal from a mason jar?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Guys, let's go to the biggest news of the day. You know what? I think it's safe to say we all got a little suspicious when we found out Cody Ford was going to be a tackle. Either, I don't know, I don't speak for you guys, but either my head was either that Collins was going to get cut or Jonah was going to ask for a trade. What did we take? Let's just start out. What is your guys' take on the Jonah Williams situation? Me personally, I have no rush to trade him. You know, I'm not trading until the right offer comes. As of right now, I tell him, you're playing right tackle for me.
My immediate response to the group chat today was, well, this is perfect. Here's the deal. He's not going to sit out and waste 12.8. If his opportunity to play as right tackle, he's going to play right tackle.
Yep.
One. Agree. And if you don't believe me, Jesse Bates played. Lamar Jackson played. Lamar Jackson will still play. It is rare that someone actually sits out. Rare. I can count on one hand the amount of times a top player for their team, excuse me, I get hiccups, has sat out due to a contract dispute for more than a preseason game in the last 20 years. It doesn't happen. These guys aren't leaving the money on the table. That's why they're here.
Yeah.
Like, how asinine is that? You spend your whole life trying to make millions of dollars. Someone gives it to you, and you go, "No, all right, dumb ass." Like, what are you doing? Here's the deal: he's going to play. Mike Brown knows he's going to play. Katie Blackburn knows he's going to play. The whole city knows he's going to play. You have a incredibly hot commodity right now, which is a starting left tackle. Whether you believe he's good, bad, average, whatever, we all can agree he's better than a backup.
Yes.
He is a left tackle in the NFL. Whether he is bottom of the barrel or not, doesn't matter. He is a starting left tackle. That is one of the hardest things to find in the NFL. It is one of the most expensive things to find in the NFL. And someone is going to get a operating left tackle, we'll call it that, for $12 million and possibly some kind of draft pick. And here's the deal. If you knew what you were going to get with a crystal ball, Jonah Williams, and he was coming up in this draft class, he's going to be hurt. He's going to play at least 65% of his career snaps, and he's going to be somewhere between mid and average, give up some sacks, but he's going to be a starting left tackle for, he's already done 5 years. He's going to do another 5 more, call it what it is. He's at least a second-round pick. People would be jumping at that just because some people are desperate and they'll go, well, if it doesn't work out, we can always upgrade. He is the Andy Dalton of left tackles.
Yeah, he's the grill sandwich of the offense.
Someone will pay you to have him. And this is not a draft class to where there's a lot of depth come the second and third round at left tackle. So my guess is once day one of the draft is over, someone is going to be in panic mode, and the Bengals will be scooting right up the board, if not sooner.
Ian Rappaport act like it could happen as soon as today. I don't really buy into that. Do you?
Depends. I mean, if you're a team that – because there's no left tackles in free agency. You're down to the draft, and there's maybe 3 or 4 solid ones in the draft that can play left tackle, right? Let's be honest.
It's not a deep class, no.
It's not a deep tackle class. There's got to be at least 6 teams out there that could use a better left tackle than what they've got. And there's only 3 or 4 in the draft. You have to become a male slut.
And you kind of have to be on a show. Like, I've never seen you on a show, Crypt.
Yeah.
Show your face.
Crypt, show yourself. So, James, coincidentally, James, I think you're becoming the new guy getting info because you put out a poll the day before. Do you think Jonah will ask for a trade? And it was the majority said no, but it was close. So
let me stop. Hold on. I put the poll out today, this morning, before it came out that he was announced that he wanted the trade. But yesterday I put it out, and because I saw Parker saying, it's up to Jonah to decide if he wants to do it, and that got me thinking, oh my gosh, do you think he could request a trade? And I quote tweeted that and put that out there.
I told you guys the moment we signed Orlando Brown, trade him.
Well, here's what I'm getting at. I clipped the video of us on the show the night we got in Orlando Brown and put it out there because I was asking the question, do we trade him? And you said, I don't know. There's not enough information yet.
Yeah.
And then we signed Cody Ford. And then it's like, okay, not that he's the starting guy, but there's that. And then Frank Pollock says, oh, yeah, it's going to be a competition at right tackle, and Jonah's going to right tackle. Then it's like, oh, yeah, he might actually request a trade. And then it goes out. He actually.
Crypt, to answer your question, it is more or less it's 2 things, really. The first one is like what James is saying. It's more or less a future financial decision. Even though the gap between left tackle and right tackle is slowly starting to, in terms of finances, it's still, even when it's closing, it's still about a $7 to $10 million gap per year on the paycheck between the top guys. It's a ridiculous amount. If Jonah moves forward at right tackle, he's going to take about a $10 million pay cut the next go around.
Yeah.
Even if average left tackle to solid right tackle is still probably a $4 or $5 million pay cut.
Think about Jermaine Illuminor, what he went for. Some of these guys that are the average right tackles, they're going for way less than what Jonah would get on the open market.
The other thing is left tackle is considered the blind side, which there's not too much of a blind side in this day and age. There's a pride thing with it. That's kind of like saying you're the number one tackle, even though there's two starters. Like left tackle is kind of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a pride thing to it, and there's a finances thing to it, and no one wants to be moved from left tackle to right tackle. Yeah. That's the entire reason why Orlando Brown is a Bengal right now, because no one wanted to make him a left tackle, and he kept telling you guys until someone makes me a left tackle.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Greg.
Well, Santori, everything you said I agree with. There's just one little minor detail. Do we really trust Jackson Carman or, dear by God, Cody Ford as our right tackle? I sure as hell.
At the moment, Jackson Carman ain't making this roster.
Right. What do you mean making this roster? What are you talking about? He's going to be a right tackle, man.
How? Well, they tried right tackle. It didn't fucking work.
What are we going to do, Santori? I don't want to go in the draft having to draft a right tackle. You act like you're all
Greg, if all you need is one position going into the draft, it's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but all right.
And here's the deal. I don't have to trade Jonah. I have a right tackle on my roster, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Now, Santori, here's the problem. Would you really want to – Jonah's going to say, fine, I'll sit out training camp. And this is a position he's not played since his freshman year at Alabama. And what if he sat out all of training camp and
he has no leverage, Greg. He's going to sit out all training camp, come in, get his ass whooped, and then no one's going to want to pay him anything.
So you think unlike Bates, he has no leverage?
He's none.
Yeah, and I don't think he has that attitude that he would do something like that, or at least I hope.
They've already reported that that's probably not going to happen.
No, Dan Horn made a comment. He's like, look, we shouldn't be surprised by this. Left tackles make more money, but knowing how Jonah is now, Jonah, I heard. Even Frank Pollock said he was shocked about the deal. I'm sure Jonah was very upset. Can we all agree about that?
Yeah, I agree.
But like Santor, like you said, man, I am not trading because I'm going to say to him, you're my right tackle for the year and all that. I'd rather have him on a one-year deal on a right tackle because Cody Ford, I know we were higher on him coming into the draft. I'm sorry, man. I do not trust him and all that. I just don't.
And I'm going to say the same thing with Jonah that I'll say with every position for the rest of my life. You are the position you are. So in this case, you are the right tackle, insert position here, until I find someone better.
Yeah.
And you're not going anywhere until I find someone better.
So
there is going to be zero circumstance where you go into the season that Cody Ford or Jackson Carman is going to be your starting right tackle. I would be shocked, quite frankly, if you get to September 12th, whatever opening day is, and Jackson Carman's on this roster at this point.
Really?
Yeah, because he can't play guard. They've proven that. So he has to be a tackle. And he's not even a top 3 tackle on this team now.
Wait. You answer me this. Would you take Akeem Adeniji over him?
They're both gone.
Yeah, I know. Akeem, no offense. It's been 3 years. I'm sorry. No, Santori, I'm glad that you're all calm about this because, Santori, you've always said we have our quarterback. I want to solidify the offensive line, man.
It's solidified.
We're supposed to solidify. It technically already is right now because we have John's contract.
It's solidified. You're good. It's only going to get better from this point.
So
they're not just going to cut Jonah Williams and say, "Here you go, Jackson Carman." They're not going to do that.
Santori, I think we're in a different world here. I'm the one that's always calm, and I get criticized for being like living in a fantasy of all hopeness, and I kind of come at you sometimes for because I think you get too hard on this team. What's wrong with this picture right here?
Well, hang on. Let's look at what's different right now. He's eating Lucky Charms. No. He's eating Lucky Charms. That's the difference. No, he's in a happy place right now. He's fine.
Man, I'm glad you're like this, Santori. I'm grateful you're like this right now.
I have all the leverage in the world. And if Jonah's gone and Jackson Carman is gone and Cody Ford's my next option, I will find something to do to piecemeal this together for 5 or 6 weeks until Lael is back.
And let me back
You
up.
still have more options.
I do want to back up real quick. Something that Greg was talking about. So I think if I was Jonah, I would be a little bit upset, and let me tell you why. Because there was nothing leading up to free agency that suggested that they were even thinking about left tackle. Because you picked up the 5th-year option, you're paying him nearly $13 million a year. So if I'm Jonah Williams, I'm thinking, I got this spot. This is mine until somebody comes and takes it from me.
If Jonah Williams can look in the mirror and say, "This is my spot," after his performance last year in a contract year.
Last year wasn't a contract year.
Going into this season.
Yeah.
This is the contract year.
This is the contract year. Yeah.
If he can look at himself in the mirror after last season, going into a contract year, saying that's my job without an extension on the table, he's not all there.
Well,
writing was on the wall.
Hold on. Let's back up, because if there's nobody else on the roster that beat him out last year, why wouldn't he think that?
Because there's 31 other teams and 3,000 other registered players in the NFL.
But listen, they picked up the 5th-year option for $13 million. Why would they want to bench that?
You do that 2 years ago. They bet on him. You do that after year 3, not after year 4.
Oh, okay. Well, you remember how we criticized for picking up Jonah's option, saying this was a stupid idea? But it's safe to say the tables have turned now.
Right. That's my point. Why pick up the 5th-year option if you weren't sold in the first place?
You bet on him, and you give him the opportunity to play well in his 4th year, knowing that you can still get out of the 5th-year option.
Well, James, at one point, he was our best lineman. Am I right?
It's a fully guaranteed contract. How can you get out of it?
You trade him.
If somebody will take him.
Someone will take him. It's a left tackle.
No,
James, I understand that. What I'm saying is it's very what's the word? It's very brazen to think, oh, I'll get out of this, no problem. Like, that's very, very.
When your entire organization is run by lawyers, they have ways to get out of things before they make any decision. Yeah, I guarantee you they've thought that through.
I don't mean in that way. I mean in a player, just getting rid of a player and putting somebody else in.
There's nothing that Jonah has done that he can say that he has any job security. He either is inconsistent or he's hurt.
Yep.
If he can look himself in the mirror and genuinely think he has job security, there's something wrong.
Well, I never thought about that.
Every single person in Cincinnati would have said that they would prefer to have an upgrade at left tackle.
Easily.
Yeah, but then you also got to think, okay, you've got somebody at $13 million a year. If you can't get rid of that person and you sign another left tackle, now you're going to be on the hook for, if we have to keep him and let's say he doesn't make it at right tackle, he's depth at left tackle, then you've got how much money wrapped into one position for 2 players?
You have 12.8 wrapped into Jonah as a backup, which
as a backup. Let's say that again.
It's a backup. It's a lot.
Yeah.
If let's say your right tackle goes down and he's sitting on the bench, is he going to refuse to go in the game?
Oh no,
no. Okay. Well, that's just the scenario, though.
Yeah.
So he's a backup. So when was the last time we went through a season where both our right and tackle made it through the year? Our number 3 tackle's gotten quite a bit of time over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And he's not going to sit out because nobody ever does. He's going to play. He's an expensive backup. Sometimes you eat the cash. You're not paying a quarterback. You're not paying T. You're not paying Jamar. You're not paying Logan Wilson yet. You rip the Band-Aid off to clear the 12-8 for next year. That's your worst-case scenario, is I have a high-level backup at my number 3 tackle. Okay, he can deal with it for a year. And I can deal with it for a year.
No, I can deal with
that. Also, go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry.
No. Sorry, James, go ahead, buddy.
I was just going to say that also keeps you from being able to sign just about anybody else now. besides your draft picks.
I don't know about that. Don't we have
It's
so
pretty
much?
close.
You're still gonna clear about 10 with Joe Mixon.
If they do that, they haven't signed another running back yet.
They're gonna draft one.
What one? If they draft one, that's not enough.
Well, then they have 3 on the roster.
Yeah.
You'll pick somebody else up off the schneid somewhere. Someone's gonna get cut. They'll
Okay.
be fine.
I mean, look at the safety that got cut from the Titans for Pete's sakes, the Pro Bowl safety. And I mean, like, people are getting cut. James, man, I mean, there's still plenty of
You
running back
absolutely have to. Absolutely have to.
to what?
Get some more cap space. Okay.
Do you think
hold on, Greg. Let me explain. If you absolutely need more cap space, there are 3 guys on this roster that would like a contract extension. When you extend players, you lower their cap hit by $3 to $4 million apiece. DJ Reader would create almost 5 if you extended him.
Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson, well, he's on a rookie deal. He wouldn't create much. Trey Hendrickson would create some.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you.
There are other ways
Yeah.
to maneuver around the cap.
I got you.
Is it ideal to keep him at 12-8 as a backup? Absolutely not. Is there a way to make it work? Sure.
Yeah.
So go
I
ahead
just
and
think
make
that
the
the
move.
Bengals would not entertain keeping that with how frugal they are normally.
They won't, because at the end of the day, all they got to say is, we'll take a 6th, and someone will bite on it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We'll take a 6th, and we'll pay half his salary.
Yeah, because there's people out there, without naming names, there's people out there saying that they think that we could get a first for him. There's also people saying 2nd to 3rd, which I think is more reasonable.
Early.
And then there's people saying, get rid of him for anything. Let's go. Let's do this. At least we get something, and we don't have to take on that $12.8 million against the cap this year. And then you go sign.
The reason I'm so confident with this entire situation, with going to get Orlando Brown while still having Jonah under, is because left tackle is such a hot commodity.
Yeah.
If this would have been a running back or a receiver who's kind of been sucking, where it's a dime a dozen position, I wouldn't have done it. But one, it's too damn important to keep Joe upright. So if I got to waste a little bit of money to do it, so be it. And 2, it's a position that everybody needs every year, and you need 2 of them. There's not enough of them. Someone's going to bite. It's just the way it is.
So let's. So there are still. Oh, I'm looking at left tackle. Yeah, that's what I want to look at. Okay, so there are still quite a few left tackles available.
Okay.
Tell me when I say a name. Tell me. Let's put it this way. I'm going to say a name, and then I'll keep saying names, and then by the time that you're like, okay, I'll take Jonah over this person, tell me to stop.
Okay.
Okay? Donovan Smith.
I'll take Jonah over Donovan Smith.
Yep.
The first one. Now this isn't the end-all, be-all of rankings, but they've got Joe Goodberry has him ranked as the 45th overall free agent this year.
Yeah,
Jonah would be the 45th overall free agent.
Jonah would probably be in the top 25.
Damn.
Okay.
He's a lot more valuable than people realize. He's not necessarily great for his position, but his position is so damn valuable.
Okay.
James, look this way. There's Santori. How many starting tackle positions are in the NFL? 64?
64, and then you could probably throw another 10 on there just for guys that got the appropriate amount of reps to qualify over the course of the year due to injury.
Makes sense.
Call it 70 just to make it easy.
Where does Jonah fall in that category? Well, someone said like in the 40s, and I agree with that, right?
40s or 50s.
And
he's
he's
very middle of the pack.
And James, that's a starting tackle job right there, pretty much. Now, left tackle, I don't know, but maybe. But I'm just saying.
He's probably bottom of the barrel for left tackle, but he's there.
Well, yeah. Bottom of the barrel would be somebody like Ethan Greenidge.
I don't even know who that is.
Exactly. That's bottom of the barrel.
Did he even start? And who did he start for?
He didn't start. That's what I'm telling you. Bottom of the barrel is.
I'm talking bottom of the barrel for starters.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. That's my fault. That's my fault. But yeah, there's Taylor Lewan.
I would take Jonah over him. Taylor doesn't play.
Okay. Matt Pryor.
I don't even know who that is. Jonah.
Left tackle for the Colts, or was for the Colts.
They had a terrible line.
I don't think Jason Peters counts. He's 41 years old.
No, he's damn good. I would take Jason Peters.
Would you really?
I still would take Jason Peters.
Damn it! The one guy I say I wouldn't even count. You're like, okay, I'll take him. Dang it. Okay, how about Jawan James.
For Baltimore, he's terrible.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only other name I know on this list.
Yeah, Jonah's really not
Free agents.
If Jonah was a free agent right now, he'd bring in $18 million right now.
Hey, Santori, there is one free agent out there that I think would be perfect for us, even at right, and he could play multiple positions. I remember the Bengals really wanted him when Pittsburgh let him go.
Oh.
Matt Filer. I know the Chiefs just got rid of him. That'd be someone I'd look into because he could fill in at tackle and he can also play guard. Very versatile, right?
I just don't know enough about him. I know we were interested, and I know he's versatile. So I guess I'll tip my cap there. But I don't have a personal opinion on him one way or the other.
Well, James, you're on the computer. Look up Matt Filer, PFF, if you can. I don't know how to spell his last name, but
say the last name again.
He was on the Chargers. Matt Filer, Feiler, I think.
Yep.
Well, no, I before E. My bad.
Except after C.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless you're spelling receive.
Okay, buddy. Well, try to type in Matt Filer Chargers. It should pull up.
Let's see. Let's see if it. What are you wanting?
What's that?
Super Bowl.
What do you want? Okay. No. What do you want out of PFF?
Just blocking.
What are his pressures? What's his pass blocking pressures?
Well, here I don't have access to all that.
You're gonna make me do it.
Let me tell you what I have, and then you can decide if you need anything else. Okay, he was tied for 9th for penalties with 6 last season.
Whatever.
Out of 1,189 snaps, that was 2nd.
Wow.
He gave up 5 sacks. That was tied for 5th. His overall was a 53.3.
Yikes.
If you need more than that, Santori's going to have to look it up because I don't know.
So his pressure rate is 4.7%, which is lower than almost anybody on the Bengals offensive line currently, with the exception of Kappa. So he gives up less pressure per pass block than almost anybody. He gave up 5 sacks and 804 snaps, which is the same. So that's 0.6%. I believe that is the same as Orlando Jones. So it's he doesn't give up much. The grades can be a little misleading. The pressure rate and the sack rate's very low. That's what I care about.
So let me ask you a question with him. Would the age deter you because he is 31? Would that deter you any at all with
if he's straight behind Volson because he's a left guard last year? Then no. I think that would be an unbelievably good piece to have for depth at left guard. That's a lot of security.
So he can't play tackle. Okay, I thought maybe he could play tackle. Maybe he
can't. That's just from last year. Let me scroll back here. In 21, he played left guard and had an unbelievable season at left guard. In 20, he played left guard and had another really good season. He played right tackle in 2019, and again, really good season.
Man.
18, he played right tackle and had a pretty darn good season. I mean, so left guard, right tackle. Is he available?
Yeah,
they cut him. So they saved $6.5 million on the cap.
Who did?
The Chargers.
What was he making?
Look up on Spawn Track.
Here, I can look it up on Spot Track.
So, Santori, I think I just got you interested in somebody here, right?
You do.
Woo!
All right.
For the metrics that I care about, he fits the bill. He was only going to make 6.5 this year. He had a 3-year, $21 million deal. I'd bring him in for whatever he wants to be my backup tackle or potential swing right tackle.
Yes, Santori, because when Jonah comes back, that you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, right? For a good backup.
Yeah, I'd bring him in.
But would somebody sign him as a starter, though? You think he's going to wait around, though?
I think his market to be signed as a starter is probably gone.
Really?
Yeah, this late. It still may happen, but it's going to be because someone didn't get what they wanted in the draft or someone got hurt.
Yeah,
Based on where current rosters are, no one's going to back the truck up for him a week into free agency.
Well, James, and you look at age. I mean, look at what freaking Whitworth played till his 40s. Look at freaking Trent Williams, man. How old is he now? 35, 36? He had the best pro football score of all time. He still could play for me in Santori, another 3 or 4 years at least.
And that's what I was thinking was that age with offensive line doesn't really affect as much as
They're not in high collision plays.
Yeah.
Now, granted, their heads hit like every single play.
Oh, yeah.
It is a lot of force every single play, but the speed of the collision, the velocity of impact just isn't there. That's why they tend to last a little longer. The other thing is, especially if you're an interior lineman, because that's the old thing used to be take a tackle, move down to guard, extend their career another couple of years. When you're playing in a little bit more of a phone booth, you have help on each side. You don't have to be fast. So losing a step doesn't really matter once you hit guard and you're in your older age. As long as you can still anchor a 3 technique, you can still play.
So Matt Filer, that's someone we should keep an eye on because I remember the Bengals, when he left Pittsburgh, I remember the Bengals were I know Paul Dehner talked about him, how he would have been a perfect fit for us. And I think San Diego, the first day of free agency, swooped up and got him immediately.
Yeah, he would be on my list for sure.
So, yeah, well, I'm glad it just popped in my head. Like, this is perfect because, I mean, we like Volson. I believe moving forward, but it wouldn't be bad to have a backup plan. I mean, this guy can fill in for 2 backup roles. I mean, this is incredible.
If he's willing to be a backup.
Now, what is he making? No, like I say, man, I think we could talk him and say, look, we want you to play right tackle for a couple of games till Jonah comes back. Or not Jonah. Collins comes back, but maybe they're like, look, maybe Collins is still not healthy yet. You're our starting right tackle if they're that impressed by him. What is Collins going to do? Sit out?
Collins didn't have a leg to stand on, pardon the pun.
Well, talk about it. Well, yeah, he really doesn't. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Matt Filer, I mean, I know we haven't played right tackle since 2019, but I think we can agree he's been consistent running the plays. Wouldn't you guys trust him right tackle? I would.
If he's my depth, I'm very confident.
So if Matt Filer was your right tackle going into this season, you would say if you got him signed right now, you would have no issue trading Jonah.
No, but I would still be looking to draft somebody.
No, yeah, sure, of course. So are you on Dale's train with DeJuan Jones or in the first round or no?
Sure.
I am.
Well, I'll tell you one guy to keep an eye on now. Say if we do sign a veteran tackle, that guy Voorhees, who got hurt for USC, tore his ACL,
No
we
thanks.
could get him in the 5th round. No.
I don't draft hurt players.
Okay.
That's personal philosophy.
Yeah.
300-pound guys with a blown out knee. I'm not going to get to see him for a whole year of his rookie for his rookie contract. That's
No, thank you. Cedric Ogbuehi. Okay.
Yeah. You want to go down that road again?
No, hell no. Absolutely. Okay. But not in the 5th round, though. Wouldn't you take a chance? Or okay. Hey, Santori, this is the most calm I've ever seen you in my entire life. Well, I mean, you've always been calm, but you every time I would get happy, you'd always find something like I don't want to use the word negative, but I've never seen you this calm because Santori, I spend all day thinking, how can we fix right tackle? And I get all confused, and you're like, Greg, everything is okay.
They're fine. This is the best position their roster's been in 25 years.
Right? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
completely.
missing one piece in the draft when you're going to be drafting is loaded in it. Okay, next.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, I do want to show you guys something. Been working really hard on it. So here's the guy we signed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just in case you're wondering. Fire edit by me.
Hey James,
Dude.
I need to talk to you about the budget for the show. We can't be hiring all these
Hey, James.
these
I'm gonna
high
give-
end graphic designers like this.
Right?
James,
I know.
Stuck a phone call, man. You're gonna give him a run for his money, bud.
Hey, listen. The $0 million that I'm going to make off of this picture is, it might change me, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I put it out on Twitter, and I said that I took a page out of Dale Altman's book.
That's funny.
Right there. I mean, isn't it awesome? It's just so good.
That's awesome, buddy. You should tweet it out to him, man.
I did.
Okay, you did. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Scott, you're watching this, man. You know, we'd love to have you on it if you like this also.
Here, I'll show you. Because I know everybody wants to see it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So let me present it real quick. Boom.
Kick-ass James.
I said I know the edit's fire, but all credit to Dale Altman for the advice.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, it's just fun.
Yeah.
I see Dale do it. I'm like, I want to try that.
Yeah. No, Santori, here's an interesting road to go down here. Someone brought it up. No, Joe Goodberry put a post to the poll. Okay, I can't pronounce his first name, so bear with me here.
Mackay.
Becton. Mackay.
Mackay Becton. Yeah.
Oh, you and I were talking about this, James. If you remember correctly, Frank Pollock, when he was with the Jets that one year, he was there when they drafted him, and he loves those big guys. And this dude coming to the draft was like 6'8", big dude. And I know he's coming back from an injury, Santori, so that might scare you off. What if you knew you could trade? They tried to get Orlando Brown, and they didn't. What if they called you and said, "We'll give you Becton for Jonah Williams straight up"?
I would want to know what drugs they were on.
That would be a no.
I would take it right away.
Right.
I would be concerned for them.
Hey,
If
here it
they
is.
were trying to sign an offensive tackle, why would they give away another one?
Well, because I thought Becton lost his role, though. Did he lose his role at one point?
Yeah, but he ain't costing them anything.
Never mind.
You keep the talent if they're not costing you anything. Hope they figure it out.
Well, Joe Goodberry posted. That's why it got me interested.
No, I'm good. I'm in an all-in phase. I'm not in a reclamation project phase. Give me guys that can compete right now if I need it. I'm not here to coddle anybody for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so would it be a bad deal for the Jets or a bad deal for the Bengals?
Both.
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, I'm glad we settled that. I know this took a while to debate.
I would rather pay Jonah 12.8 and see if he can play right tackle than put Mackay Becton at right tackle and watch him get Joe Burrow killed.
I thought he had
that
right.
Huh?
I thought they had him at right tackle.
Yeah, but he sucks.
Oh, forget it then.
There's a reason why they're trying to get rid of him.
What am I saying then? Well, why am I gonna? Why? Okay, never mind.
Oh, so it seemed like Joe Goodberry was all for it.
A lot of people are. I'm not a Mackay Becton fan.
Okay. Well, that and that makes sense then. Okay.
Well, there you go. No, Santori, help us out here. I'm trying to get hyped up about Cody Ford. I know the Bengals are
Can't
high
get
up.
hyped up for Cody Ford. He's bad.
Dude, Santori, your opinion, why did we sign Cody Ford, in your opinion?
I don't know. He's
Let
bad.
me take it. And I think that Santori, you even mentioned it.
I
It's
know the
more of like
reason, but I hate the reason.
It's more of like an early camp invite almost. And you see how he does in camp. And then if he doesn't perform, then you can
Get out.
cut him. Hey, he said it. You can get out.
Get out.
See?
Besides
He's
Isaiah
talking to
Wynn,
Cody Ford right now.
No, my dog just farted under my computer and it reeks.
ugh.
No, I'm not sure he's a camp body. I think they actually intend to keep him. He fits the power man gap scheme that they're really going to for the run. He fits the player profile and the body profile that they are looking for offensive linemen. He's more of a scheme and body type fit. Unfortunately, he also, to me, falls under reclamation project.
Right.
His sack rate is okay. I know some people are out there on Twitter saying that, he gives up less sacks than this guy. Okay, well, sacks aren't everything. His pressure rate's through the fucking roof.
Yeesh.
Okay, for reference, Jonah Williams' pressure rate last year was 6%. And everybody thought Jonah was getting his ass beat. Okay. Guards traditionally have a lower pressure rate.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Kappa is at 3.5%. You have help everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The gaps are smaller, right?
Yep.
His was 8%.
Yeesh.
His was 35% worse than Jonah Williams.
Damn, dude.
He gives up pressure nearly 10% of the time. That's horrible. You want to be around 5 or less. Jonah's a little high at 6. Kappa's at 3.5. The best in the league are around 1.9 to 2. 5 is tolerable. Anything higher than that is questionable. You start getting to the 7% range for reference, because I know there's another person out there who is getting on me today about sack rate and ratios. And so
No.
It's not about that.
Stop. No.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. They said, well, let me bring up Bobby Hart. Okay, well, he had the same pressure rate as Bobby Hart. You have Bobby Hart at right tackle again if you put him out there.
Yeah.
Identical.
Let me ask a question.
Low sack rate, high pressure rate. You better hope your quarterback can move. He's going to need it.
Is there anything to the rumblings that they were interested in him during the draft? Like, does that have anything to play into it?
Sure it does.
Yeah.
I was interested in him during the draft. I loved him during the draft process. But, I missed, and he sucked. It's been 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Guys don't develop after the age of 25.
Did you like him, Dalton, or Risner more?
I liked Risner more.
You do. I would have liked him. He would have been a good left guard for us, I thought.
Risner's available.
Well, they're not going to.
Yeah, but you want to talk about saving money just in case. The upgrade that is Risner over Volson is not worth the paycheck that it's going to be to increase Volson's salary and carry Risner.
And Filer's going to be cheaper, plus Filer can play 2 positions that we might need.
Okay. Makes
I'm
sense.
shooting down all your ideas tonight, James.
No, all right. So the guy that got released today.
Take the basketball.
Tell me this guy for Buffalo got released. Goodberry likes him. I think Yell and them were talking about him.
Isaiah McKenzie?
Yeah. What is it? Is it because
he got cut?
Yeah.
Oh,
They released him. Yeah, that would be
that's my boy.
That would be a hell of a receiver to grab.
I wish Dad was on this show right now because he'd have heard Isaiah McKenzie got cut and he'd have just done this. Because I've been talking about Isaiah McKenzie since he was a freshman in college. I love Isaiah McKenzie.
If you could grab another team's 3 and put him as our 4, come on.
But he wouldn't do that, would he?
He's a human joystick.
Mm-hmm.
But would he be willing to come in as the 4th receiver though?
I think most people would be willing to have the opportunity to catch a football from Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but it's happened. Like D.D. Westbrook came for a visit. He didn't even sign with us.
I don't think the Bengals wanted him.
Oh, okay, it's the other way around. My bad. There's
a reason why he hasn't really been signed by anybody.
But what am I saying? Okay, yeah. So I say, would you sign McKenzie in a heartbeat?
Yes.
And can he kick or punt return?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Done deal.
He's Andrew Hawkins.
Yeah.
Baby Hawk?
Yeah, he's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, what the hell are we doing then?
He's 5'8", short, shifty, can catch a little bit downfield, and he's going to take a screen past 70 if you're not careful.
Can he do
100%, yeah.
Can he do a reverse sweep?
Sure.
All right, I'm in.
They don't have that kind of play. What they have is Trent Taylor.
Yeah.
They try to do it with Trent Taylor, and Trent's just a little too white for that sometimes. It's okay. It's what it is. We all have that disability. It's fine. But they could use a little bit more pizzazz at that position.
Yeah.
All right, then. Now, I want to go back to Scott's contract. how team friendly is it, and how big of a cap hit is it?
$4 million a year, almost identical straight across the board.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be so let me ask you, say if we do keep Jonah, say if we try to get another safety and a tight end, would that affect our cap? Even with Joe Williams, $12.5 million on the roster.
If you keep Jonah Williams, it's going to affect your cap a lot, regardless.
Yeah.
But if you cut Jonah or trade him, whatever, if you got that 12.8 off the books, you could afford 3 more guys just like Nick Scott.
So if we did now, could we afford even a tight end, or anything as of right now?
You have about $10 million to play with in free agency right now. So yes, you could go get 2 more players and still draft your guys and still have.
Well, this isn't counting Joe Mixon, is it?
Nope.
Oh,
you have $10 million left as it stands. If I include everything that I can possibly include, and I'm stealing it from Jake Lisco, it's about 9.4. But with rookies, they typically carry about 3 or 4 for mid-season signings and practice squad guys. I think they have 15 or 16 in cap space at the moment. You need about $6 million to take off of there just for rookies and other BS that's going to happen. So there's about 9.4 to play with right now.
Oh, we got some flexibility here.
Yeah, you could sign Foster Moreau, and you could sign another corner or safety. And then if you really needed to do anything else, away goes Joe, away goes Jonah, restructure a couple people, and you could find – this team could find another $25 million tomorrow if they really needed to.
I was going to say possibly pushing 30.
Yeah, with about 3 moves. It's not hard. If they would really go balls to the walls and try and liquidate right now, they could get up to $40 million in cap space probably by the end of tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. And sign anybody they wanted. Right now.
So when I say I'm not worried, they have as much flexibility as anybody in the league, and they have as complete a roster as anybody in the league. And we haven't hit the draft yet.
So Santori, is this the best shape you've ever seen the team in this offseason?
In this late in the offseason, I would say yes. I would like to have a little bit better of a situation at safety, but I also don't know what I have in Dax Hill. I mean, if Dax Hill balls out like he's supposed to, then whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to get another beer, but I'll be right back.
No.
At this point on March 17th, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better Bengals roster at this point in the offseason.
Wow.
Any year.
Because
they're pretty complete right now.
Don't you remember the old Marvin years where we were like talking free agency? We think, oh, they're going to do this. I remember there was this receiver Saints named Robert Meacham. Didn't do a damn thing. We all thought we were going to get him. We were going to sign this. And someone said, you guys are all going to be so disappointed. The only signing we did, remember Jarvis Green Nelson? He did a good job for us, but that's all we did. Just remember those times we go into the draft and be like, wow, we need this position, we need that position. And the fact that, I looked back myself, the fact that we're complaining about a right tackle, honestly.
When you have one on the roster, not a wink, wink.
What?
You already have one on the roster too. He needs to buck up and play.
Yeah, it says, how can we use this now? We have one, but we could get better. We could just get better. Is what we could use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ability. So yeah, like I say, you squash down that whole thing where I'm said, what if he holds out? He's like, Greg, he has nothing. Like you said, he has nothing to gain from any of this.
All he's going to do is buy it. Because here's the deal. Like we said, the reason he's holding out is he wants to play left tackle, and that's going to be for financial gain. If he doesn't play this year, he screws any chance of that.
So if he doesn't play a game, does he automatically lose all of his $12 million if he misses one game by holding out?
He'll still get it. It's guaranteed.
Well, wait a minute. So if it's guaranteed, so you mean to tell me he could sit out and get all the guaranteed money?
He could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and he's got his 12-8.
Well, then why? Well, now Santori. Now in that case, man, then why? Then why would he not play? Then why would he play then if he knows he's guaranteed all this money? I'm confused here now.
Because let's say insert team here. Steelers, because they're going to need a tackle next year.
Yeah.
They need one right now. You look at Jonah Williams and go, well, you didn't play last year. I need a right tackle, which I don't know if you can play, and I need a left tackle, which the last time you played you got hurt, and that was over a year ago. Can you play? Yeah, I can play. Okay, well, I'm going to give you veteran minimum because I have to roll the dice on you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're winning his paycheck.
Yep.
Teams aren't going to pay for that.
All right. Well, I guess that says something right there. Like some people are like coming at it.
Here, Greg, I'll put it this way. We'll make it really easy. Okay. Hypothetically speaking, if you got mad at your job, even though your pay was guaranteed the rest of this year through December, and you said, they got to pay me anyway, I'm going to go home and watch Die Hard for the rest of the year, and I'm just going to collect my paycheck, and on January, I'm going to go try and get another job. Do you expect that other job to give you a raise in the position you want, knowing what they know?
No, the way how I handle it, no, they're going to be like, no, that's the way you're going to be. I'm not doing it.
Correct. Yeah. He doesn't have that opportunity. He is up to the mercy of the court, and the courts are going to go, you didn't play, and I need you to protect my prized quarterback, and you did this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
When you did play, you missed half of your games? You kept calling in sick? Come on now. He doesn't really have much of a leg to stand on.
I guess so in that way, yeah.
Let's try something because we've got a lot of people watching right now.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Why don't we throw it out there? If you got a question, put it in the chat. Okay.
If you've got money, pay us.
Throw something out there. Here, we'll throw this up here from Rob Duncan. Jonah not making good decisions. He should nut up and try to take the right tackle spot.
But look, I think he's just
You got a chance to win a fucking Super Bowl, and you want to throw a pity party over what could be a future paycheck?
Yeah. Well,
dude, you're another dislocated kneecap away from not getting another paycheck. Why don't you go try and win a Super Bowl first before you worry about that shit?
So you think he's – well, see, Tori, I just think he was shocked and all that. No, we were all shocked.
He probably is a little shocked, and I'm also not convinced that Frank Pollock didn't know what was happening.
Okay, let me ask you this. No, I want to bring up Frank Pollock. Did you watch that Frank Pollock's interview first?
I don't watch any interviews with coaches, I'll be honest.
He said he talked to Jonah. He said he didn't want to get into detail, but he said this. NFL is a great game, but it's also a crazy business. I don't know how he phrased it. That's exactly how he phrased it, but I think you get the memo. The business is crazy. He wants Jonah to stay and all that. He really does. I don't know if he thinks it's going to happen, though. Did you watch it all, James?
No, I didn't get to watch.
I've got green lemonade from Cane's.
What?
I'm very happy about it. Can you see the green lemonade or not?
Yeah, sure.
Green.
Oh, nice.
It's green.
Yeah. Like I say, like saying, yeah, like I don't want to call him a whine or anything. I understand he wants to.
I will. He's being a bitch.
You think he is?
You had a chance to compete for a Super Bowl and block for Joe Burrow, and you're going to go wham about my future paycheck. Yes, you're being a bitch. And I'll say this, Orlando Brown is only here because he was being a bitch.
It was his spot to lose. Like, we only backed up Jonah because that's what we thought we were going to have. If I were to tell you guys, Santori, if I were to tell you before free agency started, we had a shot at getting Orlando Brown, you would have been like, sorry, Jonah.
Orlando, sorry. I guess we're not going to have you on ever.
No,
I'm just teasing.
That's all right. I knew when I started this podcast I'd never get a player on here.
No, nothing against Jonah. He's a good hard worker, but dude, it's a business, and Orlando has proven he's a pure. Now, all the Chiefs fans say he's a horrible tackle. Now,
those aren't Chiefs fans.
They're lame.
Scum of the earth.
Make it up. I just swear, you just can't make it up with Chiefs fans.
All right, I think Jonah was caught off kilter and caught off guard about the signing and pickup because they probably would approach the players and tell them about potential moves, and they saw a window and took it.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible they never really told him, but at the end of the day, they don't have to.
You're right. They don't have to.
Your job in the NFL as a player is to compete. If they bring somebody else in, you either weren't competing enough or you need to compete more. To take your ball and go home is kind of like, no, really?
Yeah.
Well,
do you not expect the team to try to get better?
And we know the Bengals' thought process. That their thought process was, let's get this monster of a dude, throw him at left tackle, which is where he wants to be anyway, put him there, and then you take Jonah, move him to right tackle, and that's the plan. And then Jonah was like, no thanks.
As soon as they did that, they said, okay, well, here's a backup right tackle. I'm going to go get another one later, and we'll deal with you as we need to.
Yep. But you're in no rush to trade. Like Carson Palmer, you're in no rush to do anything because you're not out there to satisfy the player.
And he agrees with you, Santori. He's just saying what I was saying. It kind of shocked him that it.
Yeah,
that
it's not hard.
Is all.
I mean, I think they're
humans. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they're humans, but there's really only 4 players on this roster, in my opinion, that are not upgradable. You just go with that. With the exception of like Joe and Jamar and Reader and I don't know. I'm sure there's another one. I'm just spitballing off the top of my head here. Everybody is upgradable. Everybody's
T is a 2, probably not.
Yeah, T is a 2, probably not. But are there better receivers than T? Sure. But at the end of the day, everyone is up there. There is not one player on the Bengals, Joe included, that is the best at their position in the league. There's always someone better. If you're mad that you got replaced, well, it's part of the game, man. It's the NFL. Stands for not for long. Jonah, I love the effort. I love the attitude. It's been fun, but you missed half of your career games, and now you're throwing a fit, man.
Buddy, he had his chance, didn't Santori? He had his chance.
He changed for 4 years.
Yeah.
I know injuries suck, man. I'm never going to hold injuries against somebody. But even on the years that you were healthy, roller coaster.
Yeah.
You would stonewall people for 3 and 4 games and look great, and then Alex Highsmith would come in and like fucking rock your shit, and nobody knew who Alex Highsmith was. It's shit like that pisses people off.
And that's completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
Completely fair to say, 1,000%. I think that people choose to take away the human element of it, is what I think.
You have to. Like you say, it's a business.
You don't, actually. You don't have to.
When you're making the business,
you can still be a nice person.
Let's be a nice person, but nice person and business can still go. Those aren't mutually exclusive.
What is going on in the chat?
I don't know.
And they're gone.
Hi,
no,
HJJYH. Carolyn, is your cat running across your keyboard?
What?
Who will be running back?
Here we go. Yeah, there's a good question right there.
All right. Some kid that has not been written down on a draft card yet.
Yep.
There it is.
Not Dearness Johnson, Santori?
Huh?
Not Dearness Johnson. I'm wanting him now.
Here, I'll make a statement that's going to freaking shock your brains, especially James, because he knows where I'm at with this.
Mm-hmm.
If Jonah Williams is gung-ho and decides to be your right tackle this year, and on the other massive if that Bijan Robinson falls, I would be highly tempted.
You told me that. You said he checks off every thing on the running back chart.
Hold on. Hold on.
It goes against everything I believe.
Oh, I'm still alive. Okay, I can feel that.
Yeah, we're live here.
It goes against everything I believe, but I've always said if you're going to do it, it's because you're loaded and it's the piece that might set you over the top. They're about as damn close to that as you can get.
Yeah.
I would even consider it at 28 if he's there, and then do what I can to move up back into 31 or 32 and take the best offensive lineman available again at that point, because I do think DeJuan Jones is going to be available in the second round.
Okay, now that's a thought. Goodness gracious, that is a. Now, what would you have to give up to move up there?
What's the
Let's
price?
get that out there.
Much.
Jonah.
Okay.
What's the phrase I like to use so much? What if he's not going to be there?
I don't know if he's not going to be there by that point. If I'm sitting there at 28 and I got one offensive tackle left that I trust, and it's him or Bijan, I'm taking.
And you
the tackle.
let's put it this way: if you still have Jonah at that point, you're going to be using him as a trade chip.
Mhm.
You're going to be if
Jonah's either going to get traded before the draft or right after the draft.
If
or,
that
or
guy's
before
there,
or during.
right? If that guy's there at 32, 33, 34, and you can trade Jonah for that pick, oh my gosh, you're going to do it in a heartbeat. I think you have to. Did Bijan play in a spread offense shotgun?
Yes, play to Texas. They're pretty wide open.
There you go. Rob Duncan, as long as it's not a guy named Mixon, I'm good with it. Mixon couldn't hit a hole worth a damn, honestly. Don't know how the guy. Wow, okay.
I was like, did you read it before you put it up there? Or
No,
not?
I could have.
Carolyn, you need to get your keyboard fixed, honey.
Yeah, what's going on with your keyboard, Carolyn?
Miggy,
You got a key stuck? Or several keys?
do you have a child holding your phone? Like, what's?
Or is there a cat on that keyboard?
Gosh, if Maddie had Amy's phone, yeah, that could actually happen.
Do you need medical attention? Yeah, seriously. Like,
She might. Guys, in the chat, maybe not Carolyn, but if you have a question, no, Carolyn, if you got a question too, throw it out there. But if you got a question, let us know. Put it in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer. Obviously, Santori is the brains of the operation here. Greg and I are 100%. Don't look at me like that.
Brains.
Yes, 1,000%. When it comes to football brains, yes,
Yeah.
you are that guy on our show.
Have a cocky opinion. I don't know.
You know,
Brains.
Santori, can I tell you something? I'm glad we did this show because, man, I was nervous all day. And I'm sure Santori's probably going to think of some. But Santori's like, Greg, I've never been so happy my entire life to be in a position.
Yeah, I'm about as content as I've ever been on March 17th.
Yeah.
I mean, Santori, answer me a question. Are you on weed right now or anything, just to make sure?
Am I on what?
Are you on anything right now, just to make sure?
No, I'm good.
Okay, just making sure. All right, he's for real now. Santori's for real because I've never seen you calm about anything, man.
He's on Lucky Charms.
They're after me, Lucky Charms.
Hey, remember Austin Powers? They are after me, Lucky Charms.
Foxy's got a question. Are we getting a tight end tomorrow? Is it going to be the island of Foster Moreau tomorrow? Is that what's going to happen?
I don't know.
What an answer.
He left. Didn't he leave Cincinnati? When they say a player visited, that means they left, right?
Well,
Sometimes. I mean,
Nick
Lyle
Scott
Collins
left.
didn't.
Nick Scott left without a contract.
He did. Oh, there you go then. Let the trend keep going. No.
Yeah, he
So
hasn't
what's the
been
deal?
sitting at Paul Brown Stadium for 72 hours. I can tell you that.
Well, the thing of it is, he left. He wanted to sign here, but he still was fielding other offers just to make sure. And maybe that's what Foster's doing right now. Who knows?
So my guess would be yes. You're going to sign a tight end probably sometime tomorrow. The Bengals, once they get to this stage of free agency, have shown a tendency to just kind of start going one day at a time and knocking the next domino down.
Yeah.
They have, I guess, listened to me bitch enough over the last 10 years that they now understand that you don't fill needs in the draft unless there's just one or two left.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got 7 picks to play with. Hey, like that's fine. Is it going to be Moreau? If I had to bet, I would say yes, just because I think he's the most recent. And with the exception of Taylor Rapp, who I guess is still out there, everyone that's visited thus far has signed, which is a fantastic closing ratio. For those of us in the business.
Did that tight end sign? Seathan?
Ethan Carter? I don't know.
Did
Maybe.
he sign? Because he did visit.
He's been
No,
here
but
before.
the Dolphins were poaching all
He's
of our
an ex-Bengal. That doesn't count.
Clayton Fetchelman, then Ethan Carter. They were poaching all of our tight ends, all of our special teams guys. But if we could get if we signed a tight end, and for some reason we did sign Cody Rapp, I would say that's a wrap for now, right?
Taylor Rapp.
Oh, sorry. Why did I say? I'm sorry. Would you say that's a
Ford. Just got him confused. That's all.
Okay. So if we sign Monroe and Rapp, would you say that would be a wrap for now?
Yeah, Foxy, I recommend just rewinding about 20 minutes.
Now, 20 minutes. Corey made it pretty clear.
Long story short, he's terrible.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to go to the Chargers. I think the Chargers will nab him, if any team first.
Man.
Depends if they still have Eckler. I guess. Maybe.
Yeah, because they pick him front of the Bills would take him. I know the Cowboys would definitely want him. But the Chargers pick first before them. I think it'd be the Chargers.
I don't think he's going to go in the top 10. I think he's a remarkable talent, but I think teams are starting to understand the whole cost of a running back at this point. And that top 10 for a running back is a lot of money.
I do think he'll be gone by 20.
Probably.
Somewhere in there. Like
that's why I said if he falls.
Yeah, you got to think about it. Let's go back to tight end real quick. 2 names. Obviously, we got Foster Moreau, Irv Smith.
I don't know a damn thing about Irv Smith, and his name's been brought to my attention probably 15 times.
What about Dalton Schultz? What about him?
Yes.
Next. In a heartbeat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dalton Schultz.
Doesn't he have a connection with Kellen Moore and the Chargers because that was his offensive coordinator in Dallas?
Yeah, he's got the connection. I don't know if he likes the connection.
So you would take Dalton Schultz in a heartbeat, Santori?
Yes, he's good.
Now look, whatever tight end we sign.
If you signed Dalton Schultz, it would be the best tight end you've had on your roster at least since Eifert. And I think if we're going to take health and consistency into it, that he's better than Eifert. Now you're starting to go back to like Dan Ross for best tight end they've had in a long time.
Not Rodney Holman.
40 years ago.
Jermaine Gresham? No.
Rodney Holman?
God, don't get me started on Jermaine.
It was a damn joke.
James, come on, bro.
Listen, it was a joke. You know it. Hey, Carolyn says hi.
I hope you're okay.
Yep. Here's another question. I said we'd get to questions. Have we heard anything on Clark Harris? I haven't.
I will say this about Clark Harris. Normally, we have a pretty good inside for Mr. Harris because one of our friends is pretty good friends with Mr. Harris.
Yep.
Not going to name names, but Mr. Harris has been remarkably quiet. And pairing that with Cal getting his new contract, I would say he's probably going to ride off into the sunset.
I think I would agree with you. I mean, he's had a hell of a run, and then had that horrible injury in the first game last year.
Cost us the game when
he'd have been a number 1 seed if he didn't get hurt. Not trying to blame him.
Stop it.
Just saying.
No, he's right though. He is. I mean, Santori's right. He would have. Yeah.
We were freaking long snapper away from having the AFC Championship game in our backyard.
Yeah. So, Stranger said, I don't know why we signed Ford. I got more faith in a round 7 rookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick answer.
Fiji said, I still would like to see a veteran pass rusher in free agency on cheap 1-year deal before it's over.
I wanted Fletcher Cox so badly, but I knew it wasn't going to happen.
Pork chop. Damn, we did belly up to the bar, and you guys are still on. Respect. And Greg's trying to show us stuff.
Whoa, yeah. No, that's the second time that happened today on Bengals and
Reggie
Bruce.
Kelly.
What?
Oh, for tight end?
Fun fact. So
He said LOL. He said LOL. Hold on.
This is really funny. My dad and I, God, I wish he was on right now. We used to make the same joke about Reggie Kelly every time he caught a pass. And we would say, at the exact same time, perfect synchrony, we would say, Reggie Kelly catches a ball a game whether he wants to or not. Just one pass a game, whether he wants to or not. He's got his quota. About 2 years ago, I looked up his numbers, and I forget exactly what they were. But he averaged like 1.1 catches a game during his Bengal career. And I started It was like he caught 44 passes in 40 games or something. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I gotta find up his splits now.
All right. You look that up. We'll go another question while you're looking that up.
Yeah.
All right. Campbell, Floyd, Houston, or Clowney? Pick one.
Campbell.
No,
Floyd.
There we go. Reggie Kelly caught 125 passes in 106 games. He caught one pass a game, whether he wanted to or not.
Oh my God.
So what is that? That is 1.1. I got the number right.
Here it is, Santori. Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
I got the one for the show.
So the other phrase we use, I'll give you another Bengal dadism. He calls it triple T. And that's when a tight end catches a pass for like 2 yards in the flat, turns upfield. Someone hits him in like the ankle to like calf area, and they just kind of fall over because they're so big and awkward. Right. He calls it a typical tight end tackle. They fall over. It's just thunk.
Hey,
and Reggie Kelly was the king of the catch a 2-yard pass, turn around and fall over for a typical tight end tackle.
Apparently, Chris Sale is Clark's best friend. I know he meant to put Dale, but
Dale. Pork chop really was bellied up to the bar.
Clark's a good man. He came out to greet the crowd after we won the AFC Championship. Good dude, absolutely.
I've never heard a negative thing about
Clark.
Never.
1,000%.
Clark's best friend. I say this kind of jokingly, but let's put his ass in the Ring of Honor.
You do it.
Dude didn't mess up.
No.
Night Train, Big Savage Greg. Let's see the chest button down like a BG brother. 2-day Night Train. Let the people see it, Big Savage.
Woo, Jesus.
Hey, by the way, Night Train, what you're saying?
Don't stay on the tracks when the train's coming through. Gotta love it.
I love that. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
shoot. Let's see, Foxy. When you lose your job to Bobby Hart, yeah, I would say yes. He is trash talking about Ford.
Yeah, you know what? Let's hope everything works out. But yeah, I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. No, that's a good point. I agree. Keep throwing questions out there, guys, and gals.
Carolyn.
He also bought that Bengals fan from Israel the ticket to Arrowhead. Yeah, I remember that.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, for the AFC Championship.
Jeez,
that was.
Don't put the next comment up. Just refrain.
What is it?
I'll just say it. That's a really nice chest, Greg.
And leave it at that.
No, come on. I can take it. What is it?
No, I don't want it on the show.
You don't want it on the show. It's funny. It's very funny.
Just read it in the comments.
Yeah, you can read it. Rune Bengal. Hey, thanks for showing up, man. Or gal. Appreciate you.
RuneScape.
Hey,
real quick. God.
Yeah.
Y'all ever play RuneScape? What a game.
I have not. But I have subscribed to our YouTube channel. So let's not forget to do that. Also, follow us on Twitter. We've got Instagram, Facebook. Follow us everywhere. Subscribe. And listen, we're getting closer to that 200 subscriber mark.
Get there.
Once we hit that on YouTube, we will be giving away something pretty awesome. And I'm going to show you here in just a second. We're going to be giving away 2 photos that are autographed. Both are autographed. Both are huge, too. Right here, you got AJ Green and you got Tyler Eifert. And I know the Tyler Eifert one looks kind of small compared to that AJ Green one, just the way that I saved it.
Yep.
However, here's how big it is, in case you're wondering.
That's what she said.
And no, that's what he said.
Listen, Linda.
He said that.
You don't know what I do.
This is how big. Look at my face. Look at Tyler Eifert's face. That's how big it is. See, and look at AJ Green.
I don't have cool stuff to give away because I'm a hoarder.
Hey, dude. Same show.
Same
You're
show, bro.
giving it away too. Don't forget, it's all one team.
What I have, our sponsorship. Brimming Horn Meadery. Do our sponsorship 90 minutes in. Do you like honey? Do you like wine? Do you like a nice subtle buzz while you're sitting outside watching the geese shit all over your front yard in August when it's 75 degrees at 2 in the morning? Well, I do too. We all make bad decisions, so why don't you start making good ones with Brimming Horn Meadery? Go get some. Based out of Delaware, great company. They are Bengal fans. They came out with the King of the North bottle a few years ago, if y'all remember that. Use our code HOODAY9 to get 15% off 2 bottles or more for shipping. More or less that 15% is going to cover shipping. As long as you live in a state that's not Montana. Don't know what they did. Don't know what kind of bullshit their governor or senators or whatever are on over there. But they said, screw you. So you don't get any nice mead. So if you live in the area, help them out, help us out, use our code. We don't make any money off of it. We're just trying to help a company that loves the Bengals out.
Do you notice these are empty?
Yeah.
That's because they're delicious. I drank them all in one sitting. Oh my gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, because those are
so good.
And that's not a low alcohol percentage. You drank both of those in one sitting.
Well, I drank one in one sitting, and then I drank the other in another.
I was going to say, do you remember that sitting? Because I don't think you do.
I was sitting right here. Yes.
And our other sponsor, Three-Way City. If you're from Cincinnati, you understand what a three-way is. If you're not from Cincinnati, you have a vastly different meaning than what a three-way is. Support a local company. Support Ohio. Support Cincinnati. Support Adam. Three-Way City. They've got great hats. They got great crop tops that I am 100% going to buy and wear on this show, especially for the day that we ask Adam to be on here and we interview him. We don't have a code. We're not doing anything special there in particular. But I will say this. For the next 28 days, whatever it is, every $10 you spend with Three-Way City, you are going to get an entry into the giveaway that we do around December. We give away a custom jersey every year from Cook Sporting Goods. I don't care if it's Bengals, Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Mariners, Cardinals, Blue Jackets, whatever. They got all kinds of jerseys. They do great work. Meg Burkhart won our jersey last year. She got a custom 1981 Ken Riley black home jersey for the Bengals. Looked fantastic. They did a great job. We take care of all the expenses for you. So anything that you spend with Three-Way City over the next 28 days or so, every $10 gets you one entry into that. Last year we ended up with 127 entries. Meg had 3 entries and ended up winning. So stack your bets, put money back into the local community, buy Cincinnati, buy local, buy Ohio, buy shit from Adam. It's a great company, especially that jacket. That Onyx jacket is badass.
Hey, look at the hat. Greg's got it on right
now.
Get
it out, Greg. Come on. Start your stuff.
Jacket. I have this.
Yeah, start your stuff, man. Give us a little Vanna White, showcase.
Show the. There it is.
There you go. Everyone loves a good three-way on their head.
Where's the thing on the camera? The Cincinnati dot, the three-way thing. I mean, what's not to like, man? I mean, this hat is so cool. And you know what the cool thing is? You don't have to side with any chili parlor. It is good for any chili parlor in the city of Cincinnati. That's the beauty of this. It could be Skyline, could be Gold Star, it could be Dixie, it could be Camp Washington. Don't matter. Blue has
You know
chili.
what the best part about that hat is? If you wear it outside of Ohio, people are just going to think you're a filthy, filthy man wearing that hat. And
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
exactly.
And you could be like, no, I share this with my
No.
mom. And they're like, what is
Think
wrong
about
with
it.
you?
Why can't the three-way be Chase, Boyd, and Higgins? We could call them the three-way. Nah.
I'm going to let you tag them in that and see how far you get. I wouldn't. I don't think you're going to get very far.
No, it won't. I just thought about it, though.
See that comment?
Do you need me to work on some art for you to give away to the poor viewers? Maybe. I don't know.
Hey, listen here, okay? If you want art, here it is.
Sit right there.
Sorry. I saw that and I was like, okay, I got to throw that up there. What you have, capes and magic wands to give away, Miles.
It's
What
the
are
second
you
time
talking-
you've said that
Oh,
tonight, Crip.
Probably because you love Harry Potter.
My wife loves Harry Potter.
I love Harry
Potter. I'm guilty by association, I think.
I love
Yeah.
Harry Potter. I'm going to be honest.
You fucking muggle.
Got a 3-way going on later. Oh, what? That was
Woo!
weird. That okay. I'm glad I took that off when I did. Come on, pork chop.
Boy, Pork Chop's really having it today, isn't he?
Hype. Let's see. Hype. You already know what the Skyline 3-way chili is about. Hey, we're about them all here because
Each and
we're
every one.
not discriminating. 3-way city. The reason that Adam came up with the brand, there's a few reasons. Number one, he wanted to do something for that showcased the local stuff going on in Cincinnati. You have the 3-way, which is it is spaghetti, Cincinnati style chili, and cheese. That's the 3-way. It's
Beautiful.
not what your dirty minds are thinking. Get your mind out of the gutter. That's the 3-way. But he also does it to showcase the local professional sports teams. So he's got orange and black, and he's got red and white. Bengals, Reds. I'm sure that soon he'll probably be doing something for FC Cincinnati, since we've got that going on as well. But yeah, it's awesome. He's an up and coming 3-way city, Adam Ronell.
Really good
Up-and-coming
guy.
company. We are an up and coming podcast. Support both. Let's do this.
And we love three-ways.
The Rattler, my first Bengals memory, are my stepdad cheering him on. Rattler. Man, it was the best. Finally gets his flowers, the Hall of Fame. So happy for his family. Wish he was here to enjoy it. Rob, I think we all agree with you. Absolutely. Yes. We wish he was alive to see it. Just a couple years earlier, it would have happened. It was so close.
Hey,
that jersey swap was epic. Here, you know what? Let me put it back up there real quick. Boom.
Bam.
There you go.
Ow.
Green noodles. Yeah, today for St. Patty's Day.
That's right.
They had the green noodles.
Yeah, no, by the way, Pork Chop, I know you and Kieran were partying it up today, we saw on Twitter.
Yeah, saw that. Hey, I texted Dale, and Dale said that he didn't want to come on.
Well, they're doing belly up to the bar, aren't they?
No, they're done. Actually, I texted him, and he never responded.
Dale!
If he's not watching, he's not going to see it. But we got any more Bengals stuff to talk about?
I don't know.
Anything?
Well, what do we do about a punter? They said we could trade Jonah for a punter. The Jets are wanting to trade their punter.
You better get every punter in football if you're trading Jonah Williams.
I know, right?
Foxy. We don't know what he was doing, but he was heading to the bedroom, Dale was.
Of course.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. And like you said, Greg, out drinking with the Irishman Kieran for St. Patty's Day. It was epic. Stranger said Dale was pretty drunk. He's probably out cold by now. Yeah. Might happen.
What was that?
I'm trying to close Microsoft Teams and it won't fucking do it.
Oh, I hate Microsoft Teams.
Bell that was ringing.
Microsoft Teams is stupid. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, Foxy said to go to
It's
sleep.
back again. Damn you. Okay.
Oh goodness. All right, man. We've had a long show.
Hey, we had a lot to talk about. You know, we should call this show Therapy Session with Santori.
Well, it's already called Nick Scott signing and other Bengals free agency talk. Sorry.
We should call Chill Tory Sock. I like that. Chill Tory.
Come a chameleon.
Okay.
I like that.
Real quick. Okay. So, Greg, how much do you know about Nick Scott? This lovely gentleman right here.
Who?
I know I learned about him yesterday. I mean, like, when I first read about him, I'm like, wow, he's great in run defense, but he's horrible in coverage. But, like, including Santori here, Blake Jewell, Joe Gibber, and all of them said, Pro Football Focus got this so wrong. You know what, Santori, I was talking to Kieran about Pro Football Focus, and he specifically named defenders. They said, all right, say if a defender's guarding somebody else, and there's a pass that gets completed, but he's the closest to that receiver, he's going to get counted against him. Can that be true?
Yeah, so Pro Football Focus, they don't necessarily, and I hate this, they don't necessarily look at the scheme because they don't know it. They kind of have to guess. So they do have a lot of stuff that is, who was closest when this was going on, and that's not necessarily fair because sometimes the closest guy is the guy that's making up for the first guy who got his ass kicked in coverage.
Right. And like Karen, man, he's like on the same side with you about pro. And look, I know you don't hate it. You'll look it up yourself. But like Karen will tell me the stuff about Greg Pro Football Focus. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Again?
What?
Yeah, it just keeps popping up.
What?
My Microsoft Teams.
Oh, I thought.
Oh my goodness.
How do I put something in slow motion in Premiere Pro?
Hey guys, bring up the Room Bengals latest comment here.
Hold on, I got you. I live in Northwest Ohio, and my Lions and Browns fans clown me constantly for the Bengals offseason moves. They have no clue I'm happy with what they have done so far.
All you have to do is just tell them, okay, well, Lions not really. Look, and I like the Lions. I support the Lions, but who the hell are they even to say anything when they haven't had a winning season? Give me the Browns and Lions winning seasons combined the last 20 years, and the Bengals have made the playoffs way more than they did combined. That's what you say to them.
Santori, Crypt is saying, you chat to the Bengals personnel department all the time. Can you please ask them to do a Ken Riley Hall of Fame jersey? Get it done.
Well, they'll probably do one once he actually gets inducted.
Yeah. Pork Chop said, I don't like it at first, but I trust in Lou Dini to make the best decision for his defense. This guy will be better because of Lou.
No, when Lou said that was who he wanted and who he scouted, that's all I needed to hear.
It's hard to argue with Lou Dini.
It got, like we said, Lou was our best free agent re-signing this offseason.
Yep. I agree with that. Although Orlando Brown is close.
Okay, yeah, backpedal. That too. Yeah, I get so excited.
All right, Santori. Let's do a little thing called Lutherisms.
What are you?
A grilled cheese sandwich.
So, Orlando Brown.
Well, I thought I went over this. I said he was a calzone, but you know what, man? I got to change this all. This all changes. You know what he is? He's a big old cheeseburger that you would get from Chandler's. He's a Chandler's cheeseburger. Because remember, here's why. Him and Burrow had, like they said, when did you and Burrow meet? They're like, oh, we were at the hotel, believe it or not, eating cheeseburgers. That's what he is. And I went to Chandler's Burgers, and Strawberry knows the under there. Hopefully they can come out with a big Orlando Brown cheeseburger. That's what Orlando Brown is. Just a big old cheeseburger.
That's big old cheeseburger.
I like it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I said calzone at first, but when they said that him and Burrow had cheeseburgers together at the hotel, He is and I'm a big burger snob, so he's a big old juicy old cheeseburger.
All right, so fun question. Fiji's got it. If you could add one player from any time to the Bengals team now, who would it be? And he picks Barry Sanders.
Add to the team right now,
Yes.
Willie Anderson. Call it
Yeah,
that.
that was easy.
I do like me some Willie Anderson.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. But if I can pick a second one, if I can pick one on defense right now, Geno Atkins in a heartbeat.
Okay.
What about you guys? Say Troy said it was defense.
If it was defense,
Ed Reed?
No, I thought it was just Bengals only. Oh, okay.
No. Anytime he picked Barry Sanders.
Oh, Barry Sanders. Now, if I had to pick defense, if I could have someone on defense right now, Warren Sapp was pretty good. You know, I'm trying to think of
Good. He's all right.
Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
That's who I picked. You're a pass rush in a heartbeat.
I'm going safety.
Ed Reed.
Yeah. Or you could go Troy Polamalu.
I like Polamalu better. I know everybody said Ed Reed was better. I liked Polamalu more.
Offense, I mean, I like the Willie Anderson. I do like that. I just think, is he the best right tackle of all time?
He's up there.
Because
No,
if
let
you
me
pick
think.
From any time, you know.
Okay, if I could pick playmaker, Barry Sanders. I love Barry Sanders. That I will tell you guys this: he is the best running back of all time. I have no problem saying. I know Peyton, Jim Brown. No,
Look at Pork Chop's comment. Orlando is the 96er from The Great Outdoors. Oh my gosh.
oh my!
What a great movie. John Candy,
I
Dan
saw that.
Aykroyd. Oh,
I did see that movie. Yes, I was told to watch it. Good.
John Candy annihilates that thing. And then they have to catch a bat.
Yep. Wasn't that the one with the bear or something that got in their house or something?
It was a bat that got in the house.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. So can I not take Barry Sanders because you did? Because he's my first answer too. If it's a former Bengals player, I'd take Anthony Munoz easily.
Yeah, he played
Troy
right.
Polamalu, or however you spell it. Yeah. Let's see. Positive Universal Project David G says Ronnie Lott.
Not bad.
Defense, I would pick Derek Thomas.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Stranger says Bruce Smith.
Bruce is another good one. Oh, what about LT? Come on, guys.
Let's see. Hey guys, does the sauce in your calzone come in your calzone, or do they put it on the side for dipping like they do down here in the South, which I
They
hate?
put it on the side. You dip it on the side. You know what I had today from the Roses? Believe it or not, I did not do pizza sauce. I did ground beef with banana peppers. But get this, I did ranch this time, and ranch is damn good with the calzone.
Look out. Would not have pictured that.
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't have pictured you getting it. I thought you would have done
oh
something.
no, it was. Well, you get the same thing all the time. You get bored, you want to change it up a bit. It's really good.
Okay, yeah. There was a big ball bear.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep. I forgot about that.
But
I was thinking about the bat in the house. I forgot about that.
No, James. Here's the real question. One's got to go. Which one do you keep? All right, I'll put it this way: Uncle Buck or Planes, Trains, and Automobile.
I take Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
I have to take. I love
Personally.
Uncle Buck with Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Dude, when I finally watched that, that was like one of the best. Oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah, I love it. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Uncle Buck too, but
Oh no, Uncle Buck's a classic. It's just By the way, Uncle Buck did pave the way for Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin.
okay. What are you doing with the Kool-Aid Man, Santori?
listen, we're making art.
Uh-oh, forget Ronnie Lott. Give me Deacon Jones.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, head and ass, the Big Bear was bald. Yeah. We've gotten off topic with the Bengals.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
Me neither.
Are you done, Santori?
Yeah, seriously.
We're getting there.
Goodness gracious. Back to RTs. Right tackles. I'd have to say Forrest Gregg was the best right tackle of all time.
Forrest Gregg?
Rob Duncan said.
Well, I mean, I don't know the guy. I know he's a coach. I didn't know he was the right tackle. I'd have to look him up, but okay. I cannot tell you guys. I cannot do offensive line. I barely know some offensive linemen. That's somewhere we'd have to get. That's where Tom Justin, who was on our show, that'd be the best guy to ask about that type of stuff.
Is Ted Karras not the best center ever? I thought he was the best center ever. Is that not accurate?
Bengals. I liked Rich Braham a lot.
I'm just teasing.
But I love Ted. Ted's awesome.
Old Teddy K. You got this yet?
I had to redo it because I ran into a copyright infringement.
I'll be right back on.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Well, Santori, so I guess we're going to Holy Grail tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
You're going to hopefully be off at 6?
We'll find out.
All right.
Not sure I understand.
Yep, sorry. Hopefully be off at 6, so I know...
Brought to you by Three-Way City.
Wait, what?
It didn't work.
What are you say? I didn't see any cheese.
It also didn't have the audio, which made me sad. It was slow motion, just to go, oh yeah.
Daddy Grizzly Bear Karras. Like it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
We'll delete that one. I'll try it again later.
All right.
Yeah.
Sad.
I know it's tough, man, but that's what makes it fun, you know. But I do that thing. This guy Damien Scott up on Twitter. Answer me this, guys. Do I like annoy you guys when I include you guys and all that? All those ones got to.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure it still works.
Oh, cool.
Is it working?
Oh yeah.
Do we got to do this for our, like a perfect corn one?
I'm in. Wait. Oh, hold on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Go.
Oh, I can add music. Oh, that's a problem.
Go. Do it. Do it. Put that up again.
Do a little like ASMR.
Brimming heart meterly.
Not so aggressive.
No, Three-Way City. Do it with Three-Way City.
Three-Way City. Do you like three ways? What about cities? Do we have a hat for you?
Oh my lord, shit.
All right. Hold on. Got a good question. Hey,
What
what
is
percent chance do you think can re-sign E?
All right. This just in general. Okay, I'm gonna say 75%.
It was my understanding that there would be no math.
We lost James.
What's your percent chance, Santori?
Where did James go?
I don't know, man. What did you do?
What happened? Jesus
What
Christ.
is it said an error occurred, but it's not your fault. Oh, great.
There you
Thanks. I was saying this. 100%.
I think it's probably about 80.
All right.
David Mulligeta's still over there, or else I'd say 100.
Yeah, I know.
I don't care. Don't care. Wait.
I can add music? Oh, that's a problem.
Wait. Waiting for Isaac Hayes to narrate. Yes, chef. Do the Jimmy Justice Dallas soundtrack.
Can I just add songs?
Maybe. This it's not Birmingham.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boats and holes. Oh gosh, the internet ate James. Yes, it did.
And Crips,
This work.
they probably
Yeah.
got me down by the end of the song. Seem like the
Hendrick?
whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear yak, 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 yak.
Man down, where you from, nigga? Fuck who you know, where you from, my nigga? Where your grandma stay, my nigga? This mad shit.
All right, we've gone off the rails.
Oh, there you go. Ah,
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that I can just throw my playlist on here, though.
That's sweet.
perfect. Oh snap! Rally After Dark has started. Look.
Oh my god.
No, it's probably a good spot to say bye. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm ready to call it, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, hold the phone here.
you got something?
Where's my Big Savage Greg video?
What? Oh, here we go.
Has that not been added? Have we not previewed that yet?
Yeah, you showed it
No.
one time.
You text it to us.
Yeah.
Found it.
All right. Hey, Greg, real quick. As soon as the video's over, when he plays it, you have to go Big Savage. And do it on the Steelers. Let's just do that. Make it easy. Or no, do it on Chiefs fans.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm being put to the test here, but let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Here we go.
I'm ready.
That's my trash you done made, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty.
Oh,
Hey, Chiefs fans, you know what? You're just pissed off because we took your blind side from you, and now Pat Mahomes is going to get sacked so many times. So you know what? You can all shove it up your fucking asses.
That's my trash you done made, so you bagged him. I'm a savage. Yeah. Classy, bougie.